It was actually 2 years ago where I understood how actually easy, simple and straightforward it can be. And that was when I was on my peak weight, 118 kg. I will show you a picture of me. It was not fun. I was almost like a pig. I was just so big, I felt terrible. And I lost 25 kg since then. I'm 92 kg right now and I feel the best I've ever felt. Maybe you even can see on the video that I'm shaped a little bit better, so I know what I'm talking about, and I'm not the guy who would try these hardcore diets and do the hard things that just don't make sense just to lose fat. I always wanted to do something sustainable, easy, that just basically can be applied to anyone. So when this happens, when I just get better and look better, I can actually share it with you. And now is the time where I will tell you that, and you'll be surprised actually how simple these things are, and you may know most of them already. So obviously the step zero that everyone knows, you need to know how many calories you need to eat. So just find some random calculator online, find out how many calories you should eat for how much exercise and work you're doing. Now, if you know that, you have two options right now. Obviously, I will not want you to count calories every single day for the rest of your life, because I didn't do that and I managed to lose a lot of fat, as you can see. So it's not required at all. But what you need is to actually understand calories. So what I will want you to do is these two options. One is that you will count your calories for a month. So you just understand that how many calories food has, which food is low calories, which food is high calories. So obviously, like I said, I don't want you to do this for the rest of your life. I want you to do this so you actually learn how much is in everything. Once you do this for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, you will know a lot about calories and how much actually is in each food. And from that point, you will know how much you can afford to eat. If you eat something, you can just use your intuition at that point, because you will know approximately how many calories you've eaten and if you're close to that goal that you have. So this first option was for you if you want to have variety in your foods, if you like to eat different things every single day. This is what you can do. But the second option is what I actually have done for the past 2 years, where I lost all the weight. I ate only 3 meals a day. And one of those meals was basically whatever. It doesn't matter. Obviously, you don't want to go crazy wild and go for McDonald's menu, which is actually 2 McDonald's menus and it's gonna be 2,000 calories or something like that, something complete craziness. That's not what I want you to do here. You want to eat something, whatever it is, that you will actually enjoy, and it's gonna have around 1,000 calories. So that's why you don't need to count it. It can have 800, 1,200, maybe even 1,500, like it depends on how many calories that you need to eat. And then have two other meals, which are gonna be the same every single day. If you're anything like me, this will work for you perfectly, because you don't maybe care that much about eating a variety of foods, and you can get enough of everything you need from eating the same foods every single day, except for that one meal, which is gonna change. You will get your pleasure from that, and these two meals will be the same. So what I want you to aim for is high protein. That's the most important part, and ideally to make it have some micronutrients, some healthy things. It doesn't really matter, but the most important part is to eat enough protein. So once you lose fat, you don't actually lose much of your muscle from your body, because it's gonna be hard to gain it back, and it's kind of useless to lose weight that way. So what I was eating for the past 2 years was one salty food and one sweet food. So one salty food usually was 5 eggs and a chicken breast, that every single day. And the other food was usually some form of either pancake with protein, whey protein, or some yogurt with whey protein and cereals in it. Just make sure that you hit your protein goal, because in the end that's what's important. And this is so simple, because you don't even have to think about food. You know what you're gonna eat, and you will have always that one food that you can just enjoy. Because yes, I could tell you to go on a diet where you eat just salads and healthy food and become as healthy as you can and want, but this is not the main point right now. You need to lose fat first. That's like the base we need to go for. Because I hate diets when they will tell you to eat as healthy as you can, because you will die if you don't eat healthy. But you know what is actually unhealthy for you? Being fat. That will kill you way sooner than eating some unhealthy things, but actually being able to stick to your diet, which will actually help you lose that fat, and that will decrease the risk of you dying of some heart disease or whatever else by way more than just not eating ideally for a while. Once you're not fat anymore, once you're just at the point where you want to be, then you can think about eating healthier, trying to maximize your health and blah blah blah. But obviously, I don't want you to eat shit, but you have to sacrifice a little bit of that because you have probably tried to lose weight a lot of times by now and it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked because you usually try to do it that way. I will eat healthy right now and I will lose fat with that. No, because that's two things at the same time. You don't have the discipline for that right now. So just really don't care that much about it being so healthy, but focus on eating the calories and the protein. That's what we need, and you will do this by this diet that I just told you. The second thing is that you don't really need cardio to lose weight. I was doing cardio a couple of times, maybe in the past 2 years. It was like, I could count it on two hands probably. Now I started running more, but that's for the health benefits, but I didn't lose weight because I was doing cardio. What I would urge you to do is to do your cardio by walking. Walk a lot. Try to walk as many steps as you can. Personally, I would aim for 10 to 15,000. That's the ideal range, but you can just do this by trying consciously to walk more. So if you go shopping with your car, try to park as far away as you can from actual supermarket, so you have to walk a bit further. I know I don't have time for walking, but you could find a lot of ways to actually get more steps in every single day. And a life hack for this that changed everything for me, if you have a couple of dollars spare, buy a standing desk if you have a job that it actually is at desk or you are at home most of the time, and buy a treadmill which you can walk on. It's like $500 together because you can just do whatever. You can watch videos or you can watch a movie even, or you can work, you can do anything, and while doing that you will walk. It's a game changer. But if not, please, you should actually get your steps in every single day, because not only you will lose a lot of weight with it, but that's actually the healthy thing that will make a huge difference for your life. So as for working out, I will not push you go to the gym every single day because obviously it is healthy, but if you believe yourself that you actually could go to the gym and you would enjoy it, ideal is go 3 times a week at least and go from there. But you don't actually need to go to the gym to lose weight, because it's popular, obviously, because every single person that is in fitness will tell you that, yeah, I go to the gym, you should go to the gym as well. No, that's not the important thing. What you truly need is to just work out. So find something you enjoy, some type of workout that you like. You can do it with your friends, you can go play sports, you can do Pilates, whatever. You can just do it. And do that at least 3 times a week. You don't need much more. Obviously, like I said, the gym is ideal. But if you don't like gym, again, you will not stick to it. We want to make it as sustainable as possible, because in the end, losing weight is nothing else but actually sticking to it, being consistent and sustaining it. So that's why you need to find a form of working out that you will actually enjoy. So you can call some friends, do running, do whatever. You know exactly when I said something you enjoy, something has crossed your mind 100%. So I want you to do that, and do that as many times as possible, obviously, but ideally more than 3 times. One more life-changing thing that many people will disagree with, but again, we are not optimizing for health right now, because losing fat is the healthiest thing you can do right now for yourself. 0-calorie drinks. That's truly a biggest life changer. I don't want you to drink 0-calorie beverages for the rest of your life, obviously. That's unhealthy. I don't drink them that much anymore. But they truly changed everything for me, because you probably will have cravings. Cravings. You will have cravings, that's inevitable, because you lived a certain way for the past a lot of years, and now you will try to cut back on sweets, cut back on snacks, so your body will ask you to eat something bad, obviously. So what you can do every time you have this craving, always have a maybe a can of Pepsi Zero or Cola Zero, whatever is it called, or a full bottle, doesn't matter. And always drink that. When you have this craving, when you have a sweet tooth or whatever, this will make it better. Because yeah, you will probably not want that much of Pepsi or Cola or whatever zero beverage you decide to drink. But once you actually get it, drink it, that craving will disappear. And it has zero calories. So it may be not the healthiest option, but it sure will be the option that will change your life as for losing fat. Trust me on this. So this, what I told you, is the core. If you stick to it, you will lose fat, because that is exactly what I've done. Nothing more, nothing less, and I lost fat thanks to this. So these things that I will tell you right now are optional. You can add them, because I was pretty inconsistent with them, but if I was more consistent, they would speed it up a lot, because I noticed that every time I did it, it helped. So the first thing is getting enough sleep. That's probably the hardest thing that you can ask for, but sleeping a lot will fix your life, because you sleep more. That means you have actually less time to eat. So that's the one thing, but obviously your body is repairing yourself when you sleep. So if you sleep less, your body usually doesn't work properly, and that's why you get even more fat that you need to. So first thing, you can fix sleep. The second thing is you can do fasting. So fasting is a very popular topic right now, but the most important thing about fasting as for losing fat is you restrict the window of your eating. So for example, I used to eat, and I still do that actually, I eat from 11:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. That's my eating window, and I don't eat anywhere else except for that. So that way you actually get used to not being hungry in those other times, and if you eat only in 8 hours every single day, you are more likely to eat way less food, because you don't want to eat that much like in such a short period. You will feel satiated for the most of the time. So it's actually a good thing that helped me a lot as well. But it's optional. You don't really need to do that to lose fat, but it can help you. And if you are genuinely some cardio maniac that loves doing cardio, I would want you to do Zone 2 cardio. So you can look it up online. So just type in Google Zone 2 cardio. What is that? How to calculate it? That will help you lose fat as well. I started doing it right now, and it helped me lose some fat more, because I'm still losing fat. I want to be like completely shredded, even though I look pretty nice right now, but I just want to be completely shredded. So I added this, and that helps as well. But like I said, these are the things that are not required. So if you are a complete beginner, you are not sure if you can actually do it, and you've been struggling for a while, don't really focus on these optional things. You don't really need them. They're not required. But if you start feeling like it's somewhat easy and you can stick to it now, you can add this, and it will skyrocket that fat loss, like fastness, fastness of it. That's the ideal word. And the last two things that I want to tell you, which are really important as well, because that was actually the reason why I struggled for such a long time with losing fat, and I kept going back to the start and resetting it, because I was trying to be perfect, and I don't want you to do that. You don't have to be perfect, because you know what? The time that I was actually losing fat for the past 2 years, and it actually worked, I would love to tell you that I was on this strict diet, working hard as hell, and it worked, but it was not like that. I was very inconsistent. I went to the gym completely randomly sometimes. I had days where I ate complete shitty food a lot, and you will have those days. But the thing is, you have to expect them. You have to be prepared for them, because they just happen sometimes. But when I was not ready and I was trying to be perfect, having all these challenges, like 3 months of losing fat and I will get it and I have to be perfect every day. Once you fail, you will feel miserable, and you will get into this cycle of just feeling bad and eating more food because you feel bad about not actually doing the things that you were supposed to. It just sucks, and you will keep going back to level 0, point 0, step 0, because you will just feel bad about it. So the best thing I can tell you is to not expect yourself to be perfect, to expect to have days where you just want to eat more, when you're tired, when you're stressed, and you will use food to actually make yourself feel better. That's like the best thing, because being imperfect over time, for a longer time, is way better than being perfect for a couple of days and then resetting it all the time. You will benefit from this, from being not perfect, and keep actually sticking to it and keep going for it, and understanding that you will not be perfect will actually make you perfect. You will actually get there just thanks to that, just understanding that yes, I will fail many times, but I will keep going. I will keep going back to it. Because if you eat 80% of the year the right way and 20% of the year you don't stick to it because there are days where you just don't and cannot do it, you will lose fat because 80% of the days you were in a deficit, in a caloric deficit, and you were doing the right things. Simple as that. And the other thing which connects pretty well to the first thing is that I don't want you to overcomplicate it, because it's easy to fall into this cycle again of seeing content on social media, videos maybe just like this one, that will tell you this way of losing fat, this way, this way, this way. And people usually what they love to do right now is to tell ridiculous things that don't even work, that are either so stupidly hard or stupid that they cannot really be applied in the real world, but they will go viral. And they will explain it that way, so it goes viral and they make money from it and they can sell a course on that, blah, blah, blah. You have to be aware of this. If you just stick to what I just tell you right now and just turn your blindfold on and not listen to anything else, because you don't need anything else, you will get it. If you keep seeing all these different kinds of ideas of how to actually do it, you will keep switching. And if you keep switching between diets, training plans, whatever, blah, 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 you will never stick to what actually works, because you will keep failing, because you will keep trying different things, you will keep resetting your progress. It will be a complete mess. And I'm telling you this because that was me. That's what I kept doing. That's what actually made me stuck for those years. So please just don't try to be perfect and do not overcomplicate it. So my name is David and I'm just your brother who cares about you and don't want you to make the mistakes that held me back from the life that I could live so much sooner. So if you're interested in that, you can subscribe and I will see you next time.